Hello, this is Ven. どうも、Ven です。九尾の鬼のGintsugiシルヴェンです。This is Sylvain Gintsugi, an oni wearing a fox mask. Hello, how are you guys? Hello, Gooby. Hello, Kitsu. Thank you for the year of subs. Thank you for hanging out for longer than a year. Also, thank you, Coulter, for being first to the stream. It's me. It's me. How is everyone? Last time I did it a little bit of a different time. Oh yeah, so this photo is what I'm working on. This is a part of a little kit that I got for Sashiko, which is like a embroidery thing. So I know I don't have a hand cam or anything, but that is basically what I wanted to work on while I talked about things. 今日はね、今回は刺し子のね、キットについてる一つやりながらお話ししようかなって思います。Hello, Xavier. Meow. Thank you for coming. How are you doing? Meow. So this is my first time really doing sashiko because I've never really been into embroidery. But that is what I'm doing. I also made some patterns for pants. I actually made two. I made one that's like... I got one that's like a free pattern when I bought fabric. And then one I made from like a basic pattern thing. So now I have two pants patterns. I just need to cut them out, lay them on top of fabric, and then watch the way that I do the cutting, because I'm making patterns that don't have the extra added bits for like sewing. I don't know if that makes sense. What is it called? Sewing. Like the edges where you leave and then you sew next to. I can't remember the word. Peace, いらっしゃい。みよー。10回配信視聴ありがとうございます。今日はね、刺し子やってるんだよ。まあ写真だけだけど、動画のね、なんていうの、ビデオ撮りながらできないから、写真だけ。 Xavier, you're doing well. You're just relaxing while you do some pet sitting. Are the pets sitting? Are they being happy? 刺し子って何？刺し子って刺すってぐさぐさって刺すの刺すに子って子供の子って書くんですけど、このキットのやつはね、模様がこれ見ての通り模様がさ印刷してあるんだよね。でこれコースターになるから一回ね裏もねくっつけないといけなかったんだよ。最初さ後ろ見えなくするのにやるのかなって思ってたんだけど、一回ねなんていうの袋みたいな感じで一回2枚でつけちゃって、そこからなんですよ。でそれでこの模様通りに刺繍をしていくわけなんだけど、なんか刺し子の糸とね刺繍糸ちょっと違うらしい。で刺し子の糸の方が若干太い。でこのちっちゃい枷になってるのもねついてくる糸がねあるんだけど、その糸のこれに使うだけの糸を集めました。なんか最初はさ全部なんていうの一個ずつね色が違うように見本にはついててさ、でも一応糸の本数はだいたい同じなんだよね。なんか2つだけ2本多いみたいなって思ったんだけど、わしさ色なんかいろんな色がいいから全部違う色にしてなんていうの見本と違うようにやったらどうなるのかなって思って考えてたんだけど、とりあえず慣れるまでは一回は全部見本通りにやろうかなって思って。Hello, Coulter. Am I still traveling? Yes. I am not back yet. If I were back, I would be able to show you my hands and take a video. Me traveling across time and space. Basically, that's what I do. That's what I do as a creator. So I added another channel point thing back because I can do card readings again. I got 2 new decks and they have been nice. One is like guiding beings, and then it's just like the image with like maybe a word and a number, or their name and the number, so you don't have to worry about like extra words that might make you confused or whatever. Like you can kind of interpret it yourself. And then another kind that I got is just about numbers. And I guess the one that I got, it was like supposed to be like 33 cards, but they added an extra one in just because it's like first print. So I have a fancy extra card in my deck. Oh, so I didn't know some bookstores do this, but some bookstores have it so you can like touch and see what's inside of the decks. Like they have testing tarot decks, if that makes sense. They have like the box open and you can just kind of like look through. But it's nice. I have been able to interpret these cards a little bit better than the way that I do tarot cards. I think I just think too hard about tarot instead of just letting my intuition read. So そういえばね、オラクルカードね、最近2つうちに迎えたんですけど、昨日迎えたやつはね、数比オラクルカードのミニ版なんだけどね、数字が書いてあるカードで、数字となんか一言アドバイスと絵が書いてあるカードなんですけど、かわいいよ。結構いいよ。それでね、最近知ったんだけどさ、まあ本屋によると思うんだけど、本屋さんね、わしが行った本屋さんはね、タロットカードとかね、オラクルカードのね、なんていうの、試し読みみたいな感じでさ、箱に来るわけなんだけど、箱の中身が見れるようになってて、自分で触ってさ、その場で読んでみるとかできるからさ、すごいいいなって思って、まあこの数比オラクルカードはね、なってなかったけどさ、他のなんか英語圏のタロットカードとかも置いてあって、試し読みできるっていうね、面白いなって思った。それだとさ、中身もわかるし、自分に合ってるかどうかわかりやすいからありがたいよね。Hello Biscuit, how are you doing? I am working on this Sashiko project. I've never done Sashiko before, but this came in the kit. The way that it is in the photograph, I had to put together 2 pieces of this coaster. Like it didn't come like this, it was like 2 separate pieces. There's one for the back and one for the front. You have to sew them together first, and then you start the patterns. I've never done this before, so I am just following the instructions in the kit for now. It's not exactly the same as embroidery. It's a little bit more thick in terms of the way that the thread feels. The free taste of card. They let you lick the cards to know if they got good taste before you buy it. You're like, blem. I wouldn't really want to lick something that other people have been touching. But yeah, I tried one of the oracle cards that I've been kind of thinking about getting. It's like an English one. I forgot what is it, or it's like wisdom of the oracle or something, I think. I just like went, what's advice for me, basically, and then I think it was like time. It's like a card about time, and then I didn't really know. My intuition was like, oh, I worry too much about time. And then I read the description, because they also let you read like the little booklet that comes inside the decks. And then I was like, oh, I was right. It was like basically about how I'm worried about time all the time. Okay, Coulter, I will read your thing in a second. Actually, let me think about this. Which one? I'm like, which card would be nice for you, actually? Maybe because it's a job, maybe I'll read the dragon cards that I have. Biscuit, you haven't actually tasted cards, you have only sniffed them. But can you sniff the heart of the cards? Kitsu, you wouldn't really want to look at any cards that other people have already looked at. Even if they clean them between customers. Yeah, it would be kind of like reusing paper straws. I don't know if I would like that. I think if it was like metal cards maybe, or some way that they were like easy to clean and definitely sanitized. But then they would just taste like utensils. It's extra taste. Ew. Extra taste. Bleh. 試し読みができるカードね、楽しいよ。なんかね、一回やってみたんだけど、そのなんだっけ、英語のカードのオラクルカードあってちょっと気になったからね、それを手に取ってみてね、アドバイスみたいな感じで1枚引いたらね、時間のカードできて、でまあ直感的になんかわし時間気にしすぎっていうやつ。そう、そんなに焦らなくても大丈夫みたいな感じのカード。まあ前にもさ、そういう感じの結構できてくれてるから、それもあるんだろうなって思いながら、初めてさ使ったカードだからなんだっけ、説明書ついてるんだけど、大体説明書読んだらさ、なんか大体そんな感じ時間っていうのは概念の一つだから、そんなになんかなんていうの、まあもちろんね、時間で約束あったりするんだったらまた違うけどさ、それ以外でそんなになんか時間通りにやらなきゃとか考えるなよみたいな。未来見すぎてて今は見てないみたいな感じ。Hey Coulter, I got your card. This is for Coulter. How will Coulter do their new job? Okay, so I'm using the Dragon God cards. It's like another Japanese deck. It's called Ryujin Kado. Maybe I will pull up a link. can't I copy paste on OBS sometimes? What the heck? Okay, so let's just do Jingcard. That's the name of the card that I'm using. But basically every card is like a different dragon. Anyway, Coulter, so I got your card. It's the blue dragon. The blue dragon, there's like a little piece of advice on the cards. It says to proceed forward. Let me describe the card for you because I can't show you it. It's like a blue dragon on a green background. There's also like swirly orange patternations that kind of look like a path forward. There's also like a key. Oh yeah, maybe I can do that. I can't do it right now, but I will do that in like after the stream if that's okay. But what I'm getting from this is basically you're on the right track. How will you do at your new job, right? I think it's just simply you'll be fine. Maybe it'll lead to you on different, like a new direction. I mean, you got the key. Your dragon has a key. It is a sort of new direction for you. That's true. That's definitely true. But it would make sense because the dragon's kind of looking towards the new direction, but they are also kind of like pointed in a different one. So I think this is just like that you're gonna literally be fine. You'll be fine in the new direction. Just keep looking forward. Don't worry too much about like, you know, your previous major. If that makes sense. Like just because you have a different major doesn't mean you won't do well. Does that make sense? And perhaps your major may come in handy at some point. Oh, it does have to do with your major. Well, then that's good. Then you have the key. That makes sense. You have the key. It's just that you haven't done it before. Uni is focused on academic stuff, right? You got the key. You have the key. It's right in front of you, so keep going. Basically, that's what I have for you. It's really straightforward. But yeah, the other thing is apparently dragons, according to my Yatagara's teacher, they don't really look back. They keep going forward. They don't stop. I mean, they probably take breaks, but they don't worry too much about what's happen. They just keep going. But yeah, I don't know what blue means for you. But it might be fun. Have confidence. Okay, that's what I got. Right, and then I will take a photo in a bit. Also, the card is 12, if that number means anything to you. I believe if you add 1 and 2, it becomes 3. That's a master number, so you got balance. It's 3 times 4, that's true. It's true. Maybe I should like learn about number meanings and stuff more. I don't know how often you guys see like repeated numbers, but I see it so often and it's just like, wow. I don't know if it's just like, maybe most people do all the time and it's just that people aren't necessarily focused on numbers like I am. What's my favorite number? I do like the number 3. But I also like 8. Three is also your favorite number. Twinsies. We are practically the same person. It's not too much, but also not too little. Oh. That's true. I think I also associate 3 with like the happy cards in like tarot. Because like you got the 3 of Pentacles. It's about sharing work. So it's like working together with someone else. It's also like, I think in angel numbers and stuff like that, it's like you are one with your guidance or something. And then 3 of Cups is like celebration. Although 3 of Swords is like woe and sadness and heartbreak. I guess there's also like the, you know, 3 as in creation, destruction, and purification. I guess in like the Western religions, there's also that whole like what is it? The religious meaning too. 3 is extremely important in Western countries. Hello, Boodles. How are you doing? What happened? Rip? 3 good number. You like 3? What number do you like, Boodles? What number do you like, Coulter? 3 to represent the Trinity, right? 3 swords. Zoro from One Piece. Jesus was 33 years old. He did his things in 3 years. It's like any year that isn't divisible by 3 was like chilling and doing nothing. Oodles, you're good. About to do commission stuff. Oh, nice. I hope the commissions go smoothly. Kitsu Half-Life 3 confirmed. Portal 3, let's go. What else needs a 3? Left 4 Dead 3. What's like games that need a 3 and have never been published because Valve does not believe in the third games? Jesus, will bring a number 3 to Valve. Anyway. You know, I realize sometimes cards are just simply like, bro, you'll be fine. I feel like that's a lot of like greetings secretly. Like, you're gonna be fine. 3 is cursed for them apparently, right? I wonder if it's something to do with like they've already made it a great second game that they don't really want to do a third just to stay safe. Gooby, reminded you of the extremely bad fortune reading you got from 14 in the New Year's. Oh yeah! Yeah, that was me last year, and then this year I forgot to do the fortune thing. I forgot, I didn't get my chocobo either. Ooh. How long am I gonna say that, you know? Woe is me. Oh, Oodles, thank you for the lurk. I hope your commission turns out well and you have fun working on it. Ryujin さんってね、あんまり、後ろを見ないらしいよ。なんかまっすぐ突き進むらしいよ。わしのヤタガラス先生が言ってた。So interesting. So Sashiko, you do it like in bits? You don't do like each thing. I don't know if that makes sense. So right now I'm about to start because I've been talking and I've been thinking. I haven't been actually working on it. But you go around the outside first and then you do like a top down motion and then a diagonal. So it's not even like you really you don't do every stitch like as it shows, if that makes sense. You gotta go up and down and then diagonally left to right and right to left. 私刺し子さ知らんかったんだけどさ、あれなんだね、なんか普通に全部針通しちゃうんじゃなくて、右左一回縦横やって斜めやるらしい、これは。Your PC did explode this year, so it was probably that gloopy. Oh well. It's gonna be fine. Well, how was your thing? How was your fundraiser? You can link it if you'd like. Oh yeah, Gooby is doing a Kickstart. Wait, no, what is it called? GoFundMe? What is it again? if you'd like to donate so Glooby can stream again. Lots of support. You're almost halfway there. Nice. You don't want to impose on my stream. Well, I'm the one who's bringing it up. Gooby, just check in your about section on Twitch if you want to look at the donation hole. The dono box. Ready? Alright, it's on coffee. Okay, so if you guys... My god, I can't... I don't know why I can't paste on here. That should be right. Is that right? It is. I can't even pin this post. Why? I can't pin the post. What the heck? I don't understand. Okay. So that is... Yeah, why can't I pin anything right now? What the heck? You'll have a lot of drawings to do when you get your drawing abilities back. It's okay, Gooby, at your pace. So if any of you are paying attention to the conversation just now, so Glooby's PC has died pretty much, or I guess is on the verge of poofing from the world. So they're having a go on coffee.com. I just linked it. Unfortunately, I can't pin it for some reason. So if you'd like to go help Glooby, go check out that link. It is a safe link. I believe 100% of the proceeds do go to Glooby. And then maybe Glooby will have the best and the strongest PC. Ima no link ね、Glooby さんね、ちょっとパソコンの調子がちょっとどうも悪くなってしもってね、配信ができない状態なのでね、ファンドレーザー募金中です。ちなみに5ドル以上 募金になんていうの、ドネーションするとね、お絵描きがもらえるって。The only unsafe thing about it is if you donate, you will find them and give them a doodle. I know where you are. Ruby's like, I am ready. You ordered that one pen you showed me the other day. Oh. I hope it helps. Speaking of pens, okay, sorry, I just realized I'm not doing it right. Gotta start over. Maybe you'll be able to do those doodles on phone and not destroy your finger anymore. Right. That's good. Yeah, speaking of those like phone pens, I was like at the what are they called? I was at a store. Stationery store. I was at a stationery store and they had a bunch of those like disc tip pens. Oh, give me a moment. Okay, I am back. 戻りました。Strunk gaming PC. Who said I'm gone forever? Excuse me. Into the void. I was like, okay, so I don't know how many of you guys ever get into tarot and oracle card readings. I've been watching so many videos of people just reading for like 3 or 4 or more groups, if that makes sense. So like they make videos specifically for a bunch of people to watch, right? But then they separate it into different readings. So it's like group A, B, and C gets a reading, and then you can pick like which group you want to watch, or maybe you're just really bored and you want to watch all of them. And they tend to be like pretty long videos. I think the shortest ones tend to be like an hour. But then some people pull so many cards and then they don't really necessarily read each individual card. They just know how to make sense of all of them together. I was watching one yesterday that was like super spot on how I feel about myself and like the experiences I've had, and I was like, oh, magic. It was fun. I guess I wouldn't recommend it if you get easily confused by like advice from a bunch of people. So I think that's the one thing that can be kind of difficult, because you know how they are reading for a bunch of people, so they're not necessarily like specifically reading for you, right? So it'd be a very confusing time if you watch too many, like I do. So for me, like some of the readings are just kind of like, I like listening to them because then I can imagine like a fun scenario for myself, if that makes sense. Because you know, sometimes it's like some readers tend to read more into like shadow stuff, so they'll be like, oh, this is like something you need to be careful about in yourself or whatever. But then again, if they're not necessarily speaking specifically for you, you don't know if that applies to you, or maybe it applies to like a couple people who have also watched that specific option. I think the reading was also about that. It's like you have so much information in your head, and sometimes it doesn't really apply to you, but then you probably think it applies to you because you can empathize with so much stuff. That's what I get sometimes. It's like, oh, you're a sensitive person, an empath or whatever. So I guess that's like one thing I need to just be aware of in myself, and then I'll be fine. Maybe you get easily confused in general. It's okay. I understand. you are pretty good at following things even if you don't fully understand them. That's good. That's a nice skill to have. Okay, I started the Sashiko thing. I'm at the corner. I only have like 3 stitches in. I guess I also don't really get confused because so far like I watch so many videos every day, but a lot of them tend to just kind of follow the same path. Surprisingly, like I'll pick the ones that, you know, appeal to me because it's the whole idea of those videos. You pick whichever option seems to be the closest for you, and they tend to it's kind of neat because they'll be like maybe using the same deck and then the same cards will show up. I think yesterday's reading was specifically fun for me because like I pulled my own cards, right? And then there's this specific like deity that I pulled from my guiding beings deck or whatever. And then I had forgotten that they have like a Indian origin. So their Indian name is like, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like Sarasvati or something. They're like a deity of like beauty, art, and wealth, I guess. But anyway, like that name kept popping up in my head for like a while, and I was like, what is going on? And then that reading also had that card, and I was like, wow, that is specific. That is like a specific card. Like, I don't think they were using any deity cards for the rest of the readings. So it was like tarot cards and then a bunch of oracle cards that had nothing to do with like deities or anything. But yeah, that card came up and I was like, oh. It's fun. You know about Sarasvati because of SMT. Oh yeah, they're in that game. For me, it's kind of interesting to watch those videos because I like to learn how to interpret some cards. Obviously, everyone interprets cards differently because, you know, the feelings that they get from cards are different, or maybe they have different rules when they read their own cards or whatever. I was pretty happy with what like the recent cards that I got. I've been happy with them because I don't really have to rely too much on what the card, like the guidebook says that I need to like think about. I've also been considering maybe making my own videos like that. I think it would be fun. I wonder if it's true that like more Asian cultures are like accepting of like fortune telling stuff, or if it's just like a biased opinion. But I guess I feel like more people in Japan are like accepting of like people who say they can talk to, you know, beings that are not necessarily human. I mean, I'm all for that because, you know, I am also not human. Nandake? なんか最近ね、カードリーディングの動画めっちゃ見てるんよ、わし。なんか楽しいのと、自分でどうやって読んだらいいか考えるのと。まあでも、個人リーディングとかやってるわけじゃないから、自分だけのリーディングになるんじゃなくて、どっちかっていうと、いろんな人が選んでどれが当てはまるものみたいな感じのリーディングのやつだから、ちょっと違うなっていうこともあったり。めっちゃ顔動いてないやんわし。まあ、ぶっちゃけちょっと違うなって思ったらそのままちょっと違うなで受け止めればいいんだ。とりあえずそういうのからも学んでさ、自分なりの読み方考えながらさ、最近別に誰かを読むわけではなく、ただ自分だけ読んでるわけなんです。You knew a few people in college who did fortune telling and tarot card reading, Gintsugi. How was that for them? Or do you know? I think there's a part of me that feels like I could probably explain things a little bit easier just because of like cultural context if I'm reading tarot cards and not tarot cards, like the, you know, the oracle cards that I have are very much Japanese. That makes sense. I guess if you're not really familiar with Japanese like symbolisms and stuff, it would be hard to understand. Although sometimes it's not a big deal. It's kind of like I see like whatever cards say is like archetypes, so you kind of understand. Maybe it's just that I'm like feel more comfortable explaining it in Japanese or something. I don't know if it's just me, but maybe it's also because like like for me, at least Shinto stuff, kind of like you just have like friends in nature. Like you are a part of nature and you have these like beings that can help you in the world that's like outside of you and yourself. So you can like ask for their help. Maybe Jem's louder than me. Oh, it's cause I keep looking down. I'm sorry. I keep looking down. I'm not looking at the mic, and maybe this is better. Start screaming. Oh yeah, anyway, so I have Japanese Kami oracle cards. I have the dragon oracle cards. I have it's like guardian oracle cards. The guardian, not guardians, the guidance oracle cards that I have. It's cute because they have Tengu and then dragons and also foxes. And like the 7 lucky fortune gods. it's cute. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Nice. Very good scream. 10 out of 10. Are those kind of cards something you usually find at shrines or temples? No, not really. You don't really find these kinds of things at shrines and temples. Oh yeah, according to my Yatagara's teacher, it wasn't until more recently that shrines and temples started doing fortune-telling stuff. So you know, like the omikuji, I guess if you play Final Fantasy, you get the yearly fortune readings. Apparently those weren't like a thing until more recently in the human world. You'll never forget it because you're very unlucky with those, Scooby. You know the good thing though is that if you're like really lucky, the idea about those things is like if you're unlucky, your luck is always able to like go higher, if that makes sense. Like you think your luck is bad, but then the idea is that if that is how you feel, you're always able to turn it back up. I think that's like one perspective someone had about fortune telling, and they were like, well, if you get like an okay fortune, it doesn't mean it's the end of things. You can always like take the advice and make it better. Kitsu, you're only lucky when you don't need to be. Oh no. I like that thought though, like you can raise your happiness and luck. I mean, you can always make your own happiness, never mind that. Happy, happy, happy. I don't even know that song. I got it stuck in my head. I don't know how much this like applies to every single person out there. But there is this idea that if you believe in your luck, like if you believe that you are lucky, you'll start to find that you are actually lucky in certain ways that you didn't necessarily think about. Although I was thinking about that and I'm like, but I also have like pretty good luck. I consider myself a lucky person. A lucky bean. So I'm like, it'd be cool if other people could become lucky, like if I am the little luck charm. I don't know if that makes sense. Ven the lucky charm. Isn't there that one saying that you only be lucky at love or games? You feel like you're lucky at love, but you don't need it, but unlucky at games. You're in that lose-lose situation. What? I've never heard of that. What is that? Lucky at love or games? Interesting. That's like a first time for me. Never heard of that one. I feel like lucky is also a perspective thing, because you might be like, you know, sometimes things happen that you feel like might not necessarily be like a happy thing. Like you might, well, I guess one example is you might have like a job or something, but maybe, you know, things happen and then you end up losing that job. And so you're like looking for a different job, and you might end up finding out that that was like not the worst thing, because you actually enjoy like the newer job way better than what you had before. You think it's mostly used for gambling? Do people here gamble? I don't know about gambling. You think it's mostly used for gambling, so people say that if they lose at gambling, they have a lover waiting for them. That's an interesting way to put that. That's cute. Say nay to gambling. It's like, aren't gacha games gambling? Gambling. Go gamble. Go gamble your game bucks. Go get your Lycan and Zenless Zone Zero. Go get your furry husbando. I've never played that game, by the way. I just know that everyone is now furry thanks to that one character. Welcome back, Gobi. Thank you for watching the ads. Why do you need to gamble when you can gamble? I'm having a little bit of fun with that. It's a funny way to put things. A gamble. You don't play gachas. Yeah, I don't either. What I play is Monster Hunter though. I play Monster Hunter. Although I guess Monster Hunter isn't really a gamble game. It's not a gacha game. Why gamble when you can buy tasty snacks and cute plushies instead? True. Although I did hear about someone who's able to make their own like income basically, but with like, oh, I guess that's not gambling. That's like they do like online poker and they're able to make enough money to like live off of it. It's like, what the heck? Genius. Gambling implies you're putting something valuable as your buy-in. I definitely eat delicious foods instead of whatever. Why gamble when you can make your own pair of pants? Speaking of food though, I can show you guys some food I've been eating. Oh yeah, by the way, this is what it looked like before. I had to sew like the corners or the whole thing around once. 最初こんな感じでさ、縫い合わせないといけなくて、その後一旦角切って、you cut the edges so they. So one thing I didn't do that makes it better if you do it when you're sewing is to press it. I didn't press these. But anyway, you're supposed to like sew together the edges, right? And then you press where you've sewn and also like fold it, because then it makes it easier when it's like a inside out, that it doesn't kind of like the bits don't flop around. Hontou wa sa, iron gake shita hou ga yakattan da kedo, washi iron gake shinakatta. で、まあ四角こんな感じね。さっきのと同じ。Why gamble when you can make a lot of boiled eggs and eat all of them? Well, speaking of eggs, I've been enjoying, like, I have been binging egg sandwiches, as Japanese people like to call egg sando. Tamago sando. It's not sand. It's so funny when I see like bakeries and stuff like use English, and then instead of writing sandwich out, they leave it as sand, and I'm like, do you want some tasty sand? I think I still enjoy the name of the bread called Nice Stick. It's one of my favorite funny names. Ubi, you're eating eggs right now. Egg tasty. I know. Egg sandwiches basically here have, well, depends on if you get veggies or not, but you can get ones where it's just like 2 pieces of bread, you know. Japanese bread is fluffy and tasty, but I think it's like mayonnaise and egg, and that's it. That's the filling. Also, the what bread? What happened, Gooby? Eggs are the most advanced and most basic ingredients. They are treasures of the world. Yummy sand. Delicious. What was it that I posted in my Discord? It was like delicious. What was it? Bagel sand? You want some luxury bagel sand? What did you mean by the what bread? What did I say? It's like fluffy and delicious. Yeah, I think the egg sandwich is just literally egg and mayo. It's like mashed egg and mayo, so it's very delicious. We also have tonkatsu sandwiches. The what bread? Oh, you said the bread name. Okay. The bread, there's a bread called Nice Stick. You can look it up. It's like a series of different types of bread. Although I haven't seen my recent Nice Sticks. I like how they're called sticks. They're literally just like long bread. You don't want to, it will curse your search history. You know, that's a good point. Maybe don't Google it. Maybe it'll take it out of context and show you things you don't want to see. I said sticks. Yes, I did sticks. You heard something else. I think I know what you heard, Gooby. French people are like, oui, le eggs. Les œufs can be made into custard, meringue, or some other fancy thing. Then in Japan, they just crack it over rice and eat it pretty much. We like our raw eggs. We also like our boiled eggs that are like perfectly poached. But it's not really poached. It's not runny though. Like it's like between runny and solid. Thank you, chickens, for laying eggs. Goofy, now you don't have to worry about search history, I guess. Jammy? Eggs. Oh wait. Speaking of, wait, did I have anything with eggs? Showing food that I ate. I mean, I just have this sando. Okay. Oh yeah, I had ramen. Here's ramen. It has wonton thingies in it, and it was pretty good. And then I think this place has like chashu that's like 2 different kinds. They have 2 different meats for their ramen meat. It was pretty good. Slightly more saltier than I expected, but I think it's perfect if you're sweating too much in the sun.私の最近食べたラーメンっていうか、またラーメン食べたい。This is my raw men experience. Yeah, I have other photos of this ramen, but I think it's not really appetizing the way that I made it, so it's fine. I had ramen. Oh yeah, here is Family Mart chicken. Oh yeah, if you're getting egg sandwiches at any convenience stores, I recommend Family Mart if you have one. The reason is because their egg sandwich relative to like Lawson is actually cheaper, even though it's like extra thick. And I was like, oh, I can't believe this. How could you do this? Hello, Otis. Welcome, and how are you? Oh yeah, Famitsuki is always funny to me because they say I am chicken. Look at it, it says I am chicken. Also, Famitsuki is just shortened Family Mart chicken. Gooby, one of your neighbors have chickens and she gives us the leftover eggs from time to time. They're really good. Oh, that's nice. That's nice if you have chickens. I've heard that chickens are actually relatively low maintenance. But then sometimes they can be like, I am going to raise my eggs. Nobody touch me. Which I understand. They lay eggs for that and their instincts kick in and they're like, I want to raise my baboos. I understand. Fresh eggs are 10,000, 100,000, no, 10,000 times better than store-bought. Otis, you're okay, you guess? You had a pretty good session of D&D, but you're also having some relationship troubles you'll have to sort out tomorrow, so you're nervous about that. I see. I'm glad you had a fun D&D session. Well, worrying and being nervous is just natural. But I hope you don't worry too much about it, because when you worry, it's like an extra step that you could have spent doing something else. You heard some people have decoy eggs, Scooby. You put the decoy eggs in a place and the chicken move over because the decoy eggs look better for the chicken. So you steal the real eggs. Hey girls, these are better for you. I've also heard the decoy eggs for like keeping chicken eggs safe. I don't recommend it because I don't think you would want animals to make a mistake and eat them. If you hatch the eggs, you can get more chickens to make more eggs. It's an infinite money glitch. I've heard that sometimes chickens can just have babies. Like, hens can just lay eggs that can actually hatch. Which is interesting. They don't need no rooster. So yeah, apparently if you have chickens and even if you just have hens, sometimes like they will lay eggs that are viable. It sounds like one of those clicker games. Here's a Mr. Donut. I'm kind of sad they don't have chocolate ponderings. They just kind of have like cake chocolate donuts. They're not even like great cake donuts, but it's still interesting. They're doing like a strawberry thing. So that's like strawberry white chocolate on top of a chocolate donut base. It's like cake donut and then it has coconuts on the top. Lesbian hens. Apparently even if it's just like one hen, it can happen. Gooby, you still have never eaten a donut? What? Never? Ever? Is that just not a thing in your area? Or is it just you've chosen not to eat donuts? It's another victory for the LGTV. The based lesbian hens. Oh yeah. But then how could, like, what do you do with those eggs that might have? See, that's the other thing I was kind of sad about, but also I guess that doesn't keep me from eating eggs. It's like, I thought most eggs were just like not viable. I thought like they were all just like specifically, you know, dead eggs. So then I didn't realize that some eggs don't even have to be like, you know, like sometimes they can just clone themselves. Hens can clone themselves. Gooby, did you tell me your donut story? I'm sorry, I forgot. Maybe you did. Maybe you didn't. It's like not in my brain anymore. Otis, are the lesbian hens tying the knot? No. They do not do that. Well, that joke does not read at all. I get what you were trying to say, but also I don't think hens are like that. Gooby, they're not very common here, but one day you saw a bakery that was making them. You were like, ooh, I'll order them this Sunday because of a special occasion, and then went to order the donuts. The store closed down. Oh no! No. No. The one time we went to order donuts, the store was gone. Pain. No more donuts. Have you ever tried making your own donuts? They're not too hard to make. Otis. I get the joke. That's a naughty joke. Bunk the Otis. Ruby, you went there physically a few days later just to check, and they're not there anymore. That's so sad. What if you jump to a different timeline or time and space, and actually they exist still somewhere else? You thought about it, but you need a day that you're not lazy to make the donuts. That makes sense. But yeah, Mr. Donut. Their other donuts aren't too bad. Wait, do I not have any other donut? Whatever, it's fine. Here's some Thai food. It was like really good, and I feel like it was very, very healthy. There's a donut emote. That's cute. What was it called? I forget. It's like chicken, steamed chicken thigh on top of rice, and then you got cilantro and then some vegetables. I like the soup. The soup was very good. I actually got spring rolls with it too. But then it's interesting. They put like shiso leaves into their spring rolls instead of like it's a different experience altogether because shiso leaves have like a really specific taste. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of minty, but it's not like mint. Ruby, maybe you can try recruiting your mom and you can make them for your birthday. Ooh, that might be fun. Birthday donut. Make it just like a cake. Just make it huge. これはね、なんだっけ。名前忘れちゃった。タイ料理のね、美味しいのだった。かで始まるけど名前忘れた。茹でたのかスチームしてあるのかどっちか。蒸したのかな。蒸してる鶏のももとジャスミンライス缶があるやつだったらジャスミンライスかなわかんないけどでパクチーとねお野菜たっぷりの感じ。あとね生春巻きもあったんですけどここの生春巻きしそが入っててびっくりした。美味しかったんだけどなんか不思議な味だった。We'll be usually cook or bake together for your birthday or special occasions. Ooh. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. I think you've said that before. Here is curry. Here is beef tendon curry. I was out and about for a bit, and then this is what I found. I was like, curry tastes good. Curry sounds delicious. It's funny though. Before I started traveling, or before I traveled, I was like craving curry. And so far I've had like curry 3 times since then. It's only been like 2 weeks. Actually, no, it's been 3 weeks. It's like I've had curry every week. But this one I didn't expect to find at the place that I went to. これはね、牛すじカレーで、牛すじがめっちゃ美味しかったよ。めっちゃ柔らかくて、結構入ってて超美味しかった。Oh yeah, this is French toast with cream and ice cream and some maple syrup. これはフレンチトーストにクリーム、生クリームとアイスクリームとメープルシロップがね、合わせてて、まあミントはね、どこのミントかなわからんけど、ちょっとね、なんかね、庭みたいなのがあるカフェなんだけどね、かわいい感じのところだよ。Hello, Callus. How are you doing? Welcome in. It looks so good. It was so good. It was like the right amount of sugar. I don't really eat things that are too sugary. Or if I do, I tend to have something that like tones it down. So I have like tea or milk with my sugary things. This was like a good amount of sugar that I didn't feel like I needed that kind of. Would be good thing you're having dinner right now, or else I would make you very hungry. Am I making anyone else hungry? Is this hungry times? I'm not actually. I haven't had food yet, so I am very hungry. I'm making myself hungry. Ooh, image 8444. Interesting. Oh yeah, you want to see a big Japanese meal? Because I am about to show you one. Okay, so this is like a restaurant specifically for tororo, which is like ground yam. Callus, you're good and hungry. I hope you can get something to eat. Maybe a snacku. Wife. I read wife first. Kitsu, you like really sour drinks. Wait, does that mean like, do you mean like lemonade and stuff? Or do you mean like even more sour? Adds jump scare. Oh, okay, I see that. I think my ads might be like every 30 minutes or something. Should I change it back to how it was before? Welcome back, Glooby. Anyway, this is like a full course Japanese meal. I have the rice at the left bottom. You got the tororo at the right bottom. Tororo's like a goopy It's like a veggie that turns into like this like slimy goo. We like our slimy foods in Japan. But you basically pour that onto your rice and it makes it nice. And then you got the miso soup. The one thing that I didn't take off the top for this was my chawanmushi, which is like an egg-based savory pudding. It's savory pudding with like, it tends to have things like ginkgo nuts. It tends to have shiitake in it. And then sometimes there's like chicken and veggies in it too. I forget what was in this one. I was like too into the flavor that I forgot. And then there's like some salmon roe that's like the red oval in the little oval dish. What else is there? So ご飯とろろといろいろおいしいね。あとなんだ、いくらとろろ、茶碗蒸しは開けなかったけど、お味噌汁と。そうだ、こことろろの店だからね、とろろの揚げ物があったね。So the top right circular one, that's like the tororo plus shiitake that's been like put together and fried with like a thick sauce. And the top middle, that's like a yellow, that's grilled fish. That's, I think it has like a miso taste. And then the one to the left of that with like the green on top of the brown, that's a korokke. That's a fried mashed potato thing. I think it also had tororo in it. I don't know what tororo is in English. It's like mashed yam or something. And then to the left topmost one is hijiki and tofu. Hijiki is like a type of seaweed that we tend to have with rice. It's like seasoned with like a salty sauce. I think the tofu are also like fried tofu, because like the fried tofu soaks up the sauce a little bit better than if it were just like on its own. It's mountain yam or mountain potato. Oh, thank you, Kitsu. とろろ1ね、これだいたいとろろ入ってんだよね。超うまかった。Gooby, you love cashew juice. Kitsu, you like your lemonade and orange juice. Water can heck off. So the thing in the pink is like a potato. I think it's mashed potato and the mountain yam with like a little bit of spinach. Wait, no, it wasn't potato. It was like mashed tofu, I think. And then the middle thing with the tomato in it, that had shrimp, cut up mountain yam, some cabbage, some paprika, some cod roe, and then the top like black stuff is like nori. That was a really delicious salad. It had like a mayonnaise dressing on it. And then the one to the right of the tomato, I think that had salmon on the top. And that was actually okra, like okra and some of that mountain yam cut up again. And then some onion and green onion, I think. That was like super slimy, delicious. And then, you know, the middle bottom is just miso soup with some seaweed in it. Oh yeah, but then like the nice part about this place, since you have all of these like side dishes that go well with the rice, you can get rice for free. Like if you run out of rice, you can order rice for free, and then you can always get more mountain yam for a price. Looks like a lot of food for one person. It was so good though. I ate everything. I was a happy Ven. I didn't get free rice though. I was already too full for this. But yeah, I would have gotten free rice if I wanted a little bit more, because like a lot of the side dishes are very delicious. Like they have the perfect amount of like flavor that pairs well with the rice and the mountain yam. Mecha umakatta. 茶碗蒸しと揚げた椎茸のとろろのとなんだっけ、お魚何か忘れたけど、西京焼き、あとはとろろコロッケだっけ、あとひじきとお豆腐とあとサーモンとオクラとネギのあえたものとエビとたらことキャベツとトマトとパプリカとマヨネーズドレッシングのサラダと、あとはお味噌汁とイクラととろろとご飯。そんな感じだよ。You know, I thought about showing all this now, but then it's gonna take like hours to do this. Here is spaghetti. Creamy quadro spaghetti. Oh yeah, you might end up realizing I am a fan of quadro, but I believe that's a lot of people in Japan. Quadro in spaghetti, quadro in salads. It's basically just like extra salty flavor, but in the form of little tiny eggs. Kitsu, thank you for the glug glug and the meow. Gooby, you love free rice. Free rice is nice. Roll is yummy. You say put it in everything you could fit it in. It's also nice. I got some And then I put it between my egg sandwiches. So they were like extra eggs. It was just like super eggy. It was so good. It's so good. You can't go wrong, in my opinion, with eggs, mayonnaise, and some cod roe. Maybe even salmon roe. I mean, salmon roe has its own distinct flavor and texture, so if you want that, it's pretty good too. A roe sandwich is technically still an egg sandwich. It is. I guess you could even do like just the roe. I'm pretty sure I've done that. I put cod roe and mayonnaise on toast. That is an egg sandwich. Tarako cream pasta. おいしいね。上にディルが乗ってる。You know, I think this dish was nice because they have dill on the top, and dill actually works really well with the flavors on this. I would eat again. Oh yeah, speaking of like cod roe pasta though. So there's like a Cinnabon that I went to. Wait, where does Cinnabon originate? I actually don't know. Somewhere in the US? But this is the chocolate Cinnabon. I got the mini kind, which is like maybe half of the size of a regular one. And this one's nice because it's just chocolate instead of cinnamon. I am a fan of chocolate. I'm not too big of a fan of cinnamon. I will eat cinnamon rolls with cinnamon, but this time, this didn't have cinnamon in it. It was actually just chocolate syrup. But yeah, I was like, oh, this is just a Cinnabon. And then this is just what they have. This is all they have. And then I didn't realize that they actually don't just do this. They have savory foods. And I was like, what the heck? So this is my dessert that I got first. But then I could also get this. This was their pasta, at least one of them. And I was like, oh, it's cod roe carbonara with like a veggie, some nori at the top, and then some shimeji mushrooms. It was so good. And then the pasta itself was so like chewy and like perfectly al dente, and I was like, oh, it was so good. 10 out of 10 would recommend. And then, you know, okay, the perfect part about this is I got to eat the dessert and the main dish at the same time. So I could be like, okay, I had the dessert. It's a little too sugary. Let me eat the pasta. And I basically did that the whole time. I was like, I will eat a little bit of the Cinnabon, the little chocolate Cinnabon, and then I will eat some of this pasta. And then it was like, I get best of both worlds. わしシナボンにさ、パスタあるの知らなくてさ、パスタ食べてね、超うまかった。これたらことしめじと水菜のカルボナーラだったっけ？でさ、麺もさ、超もちもちでさ、超歯ごたえよくてさ、しかも一緒にさ、チョコシナボン食べれたからさ、なんか甘いのが 甘いの食べるとなんか塩っぽいの食べたいってなる時あるんだけど、わしそれがちょうどよくてさ、シナボンのチョコの甘さを食べながら、よし次はパスタ食べるってできたのが超嬉しかったThe previous sweet though. You like Cinnabons. So yeah, you can come to Japan, get little mini Cinnabons. They're like 400 yen. What is that, like $2 and a bit? You can get like 6 packs of these too. But yeah, I was happy because I get to eat like a sweet thing and then next to a savory thing. It was so good. Kitsu, when you were in Germany, you had a dish that was spaghetti ice cream. They put the ice cream through a pasta machine and use strawberry sauce as the red sauce. What? How does that work? They put the ice cream through a pasta machine? So was the ice cream cold enough that the pasta machine could cut through it? Is that what you're saying? That's interesting. Otis, you know that whenever you visit Japan, you're gonna go dummy on the food. See, like now's the perfect time too, because you can also get everything. Like if you are coming from the US, 100 yen is like nothing relative to the US dollar, right? So like, you know, sometimes if you go to grocery stores, they have like a bunch of sales. I got like a ton of ice creams because they were all like 99 yen. Like, you know, one-time eating types of ice creams, but they were all 99 yen. So guess what that is in English, right? Or the US dollars. What is that, like 50 cents, 60 cents? Food is the best thing about traveling. Yeah. Although I guess the recommendation is if you're not used to the food of like any other country, it's best to eat like little bits at a time. And then like if you can bring your own food with you, like to bring some with you so you can eat that for like the first few days, and then your stomach will be able to adapt to whatever foods and like the bacteria or whatever that goes into your tummy. So much food. So you think they chilled the metal parts of the pasta machine too? Oh, that's cool. 69 cents. Nice. Nice number. It works. You got the nice number. Yeah. I recommend. You can get a lot of food for like $10. Booby McDonald's exists everywhere for that reason. Otis, you remember there's this one German dessert called spaghetti cheese that's vanilla soft serve shaped like spaghetti noodles with the cherry sauce on it. Ah. That's interesting. It's a grandma rule. When you're eating as a guest somewhere, you treat your host food like your grandma's food. You say yes, eat it, and enjoy it. That's a nice rule. I guess you don't have to, force yourself to try everything when you're in Japan, but I recommend trying things at least once. Oh yeah, and here's the grocery store sashimi that you can get. I got it off for like 40% off, and I was like, yes. Oh, spaghetti ice. Interesting. Sashimi. わしのね、40% 割引のお刺身。いや、本マグロ入ってて、カンパチと、上のなんだっけ、ハマチ？違う、タイかな。で、サーモンでしょ。で、縁側だったんだよ、これ。5種類違うのみんな入ってるんだけど。So Japanese grocery stores have like sashimi and stuff. And then we have like these platter things, right? Like this. Basically, it's not always like the same. So I think it's just like based on how much of each fish they have. But this platter had like the ingawa, which is like the white kind at the bottom. I forget what. I don't know the English terms. It's like a fatty, slightly tough texture. It's kind of like eating the fatty bits of like steak or something, but a little bit lighter. It's like one of my favorite parts of sashimi. But anyway, they have different plates, so some of them have different fish on top. And this one was what I chose. But they had a 40% off sale because it was like at the end of the day, and they were like, you need to buy this. And I was like, yes. So then this platter was like less than 1,000 yen. Buy it now. What is that, like $7? I didn't have sushi rice because I didn't have like sushi vinegar or anything like that. I just ate it on its own. I just ate it with some shoyu, and it was delicious. Vacuuming all the food like Kirby. Hitsu Ace just has a really weak C pronunciation. Oh. $6.90. Nice. What's up with that? That's so funny. The fish is pretty good. Yeah, you could just go to a grocery store and get this like fresh fish. Like they make sure that, you don't have to eat kind of like mediocre stuff. And then depending on where you are, like in the city, it might be a little bit more expensive, but then if you go to some of the suburb areas and then go to their grocery store, they can have even cheaper stuff. So this was like 1,600 yen without the discount. So I was like, 40%. I saw the person putting on the 40% sticker. That made me so happy. Because originally it was like 20% off. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll get it. Maybe I won't. And then this person's going around putting on the 40% sticker. And I was like, Mlem. Ruby, you're gonna buy it from my house. Mlem. Oh yeah, and then the thing that the long green thing, that's a shiso flower, like the stem and the flower buds. Those actually really smell really good. Like the shiso that I'm talking about is like the plants that are underneath the fish, like the green leaves. Those are shiso, and then the stem with the little buds are from the same plant. It has like a really nice scent. I manifested my good luck and got rewarded with fish. I know. I've been manifesting my good luck forever, basically. Especially with food. I'm just like, I'll go to places and then like they'll be pretty empty, or even if they're not, I don't have to wait that long, and then I'll just be like, give me food. Yeah, this was delicious. And then there's the dandelion at the top. Like, you can eat that, so I eat them. I basically ate everything except for the stem of the shiso plant. Blum, blum, blum. Oh yeah, another thing that was like extra delicious in my opinion. I even ate the plastic. I'm like those little bugs that can eat styrofoam. I mean, okay, maybe in Utsio I could, but you know, the laws of physics and stuff are a little different in the human world, unfortunately, and this is the human world food. Yeah, this is tonkatsu. This is the tonkatsu that I got recently. There's like 2 rows of it. It's kind of hard to see, maybe. It's like big Japanese mustard with like a slice of tomato and then a huge pile of cabbage. And then a lemon. But yeah, basically this like, it was a teishoku, so it came with like rice and stuff. So here's like the whole thing. And then like in the back, you know, like the kind of octagonal shaped top, there's like a white and dark green black pot, right? That one has that thing has some sauce in it. So then you get rice, you get like the little tsukemono, like the little pickles. あれ、さっきの言ったっけ、日本語で。なんだっけ。刺身 40% 割引、うまかった。縁側超うまかった。縁側4枚入ってるの超嬉しかった。これはとんかつです。So you have the little thing of sesame seeds. What you do is you use that stick that they give you, and then you grind it up. The dish that it comes in is already kind of like, it has like grooves in it, so it makes it easier to grind up the sesame seed. And then what you do is you take the sauce and then pour it into You pour it into that dish, and I have that. This is what you do. You put it in. I've ground up some of it. I could have done better. They gave me the sesame seed stuff first, and I think they were like expecting me to grind it up while I wait for my food, but I didn't do that, so I kind of did it later. And then I'd put some sauce in it. Oh yeah, and then like I don't know if you guys know this, but Japan, like instead of water, they give you tea. So that's like the tea that they gave me. So you got the red miso soup with clams in it. You got the barley tea, I think. Yeah, the barley tea was really good too. It was just, you just get it. They just give it to you when you come in. And then you got the rice, you got the pickles, you got the tonkatsu, and then you get the sauce. Oh, and then I wanted to eat everything, so I used up all the mustard, but the mustard was so spicy, my nose hurt. The Japanese mustard has like the same type of like spicy as wasabi does, so it like goes to your nose. I was like, dang. And they give you a lot too. But I think this meal is like the most memorable so far because the tonkatsu itself is like super crunchy on the outside, flavorful, and like has like a nice thick pork on the inside. So then you eat that with sauce and the sesame seeds, which have their own like distinct flavor and smell, right? The tonkatsu sauce itself is already good, but then you combine it and it's amazing. But then you got your choice of eating it with cabbage or rice. And then what I loved about it is that it's like a red miso soup, which tastes a little different from like just normal miso soup. It's a little bit more, there's like a scent to it. It's a little bit, I don't know how to describe the scent, but it goes really well with like the oily pork scent. Oh yeah, and then their pickles were actually not too salty. I really liked that. They had like Napa cabbage pickles, and then also daikon pickles, like the yellow ones. But yeah, it was like, do you wanna put that savory deliciousness into your mouth and then eat it with rice, which like enhances like the umami of everything, but also like tones down the sauce in just the right way that you taste everything better? Or do you want the cabbage that kind of does something similar except it has like a crunchy texture? And then you drink it with the miso soup, which makes it even more delectable. This gave me the happy feels. Everything about this meal is so perfect. もうこのヒレカツ定食はもう最高だった。 なんかとんかつのさ、うまみとカリカリな外。なんかね、時間経っても超カリカリだったんだよ、これ。Oh yeah, and then like the crispiness of the tonkatsu just like didn't go away even after time passed by. Because you know, sometimes tonkatsu gets soggy at the bottom, right? This didn't have that problem. And I was like, what the heck? How does this work? で、とんかつのカリカリさはさ、ずっと楽しめて、中も超いい感じに揚げ上がってて、それでね、ソースとごまの味も美味しいし、キャベツもちょうどいい感じの千切りだし、で、ご飯と一緒にとんかつ食べるともう超幸せ。あとなんだ、あとね、おしんことね、お漬物がね、いい感じの、なんていうの、すごい薄味だったからね、ソースとさ、食べてもさ、なんか辛すぎない。で、赤味噌のしじみの味噌汁だったんだけどさ、赤味噌のなんかさっぱり感がさ、とんかつの油っぽいのをなんか中和した感じでめっちゃうまかった。もうなんかどれもさ、口の中に一緒に入れてめっちゃうまいって感じだった。Yeah, so I don't know how many people do this. Like, when I eat things, I tend to kind of like mix the flavor of things in my mouth, if that makes sense. So like I'll take a little bit of one thing and then like keep it in my mouth and then go on to the next thing. So like that's what I like to do. And then this meal was so good because like I could just add flavors to each other and still taste really good. So I'd be like, let me take a bite of the tonkatsu and then eat it with the rice. Or like, let me take a bite of the tonkatsu and eat it with the cabbage. Or like, now that I have the cabbage and the tonkatsu in my mouth, let me add some miso soup to my mouth. The food pouch. Oh yeah, red miso's has like a little bit of like a tanginess. So I think that helped with the oiliness of the tonkatsu a bit. So like if I wanted a slightly more like lighter taste, I could just drink it with the miso soup. I am trying to describe the different flavors that I had in my mouth. I don't know how to describe the flavors, but the crispy was like the best part of this. I'm a big fan of crispy tonkatsu. I do not like it when it gets soggy. I get sad. It makes me kind of like, oh, you know, I wish it was a little bit more nicer. And then there's also like katsudon that people make. Some places like it when they'll take like fried tonkatsu, right? And then put egg on it. Like egg with sauce together. And they'll like put it on top of the crispy tonkatsu. So then the tonkatsu becomes soggy. And I'm like, why do you do that? Why do you do that? So I don't really get katsudon as much as I do like tonkatsu, but some tonkatsu or some katsudon places actually, I think, don't put like the soggy stuff on top, so you can kind of have it on the side. Yeah, maybe they do like the sogginess. I guess there's something about soggy breading, because maybe it sucks up the sauce more or something, and then it tastes better in that way, but I just don't like it. I'd rather have like crispy and not like sad mushy. That's just me. Of all the things that I have like a weird texture thing for. Maybe I just really like the crispy. Maybe I like crunching crispy things. I like soggy stuff. I mean, I'll eat like tofu and like soft things, but yeah, even with noodles, I'd rather it be al dente and kind of like, you know, have some toughness against my teeth than it being like sad and soggy. Although there is something to be said about the familiarity and like niceness of soggy angel hair pasta. Sometimes soggy noodles hit like a weird spot for me. But for the most part, I'd rather have like chewy, delicious, like, you know, al dente stuff. Crush the raw noodles and eat them like chips. Okay, that's a little too much. It's a little too crunchy. Have you had spaghetti or anything like that but raw? It's kind of tough to eat. Yeah, I get sad when udon is like really soft, but I know some parts of Japan, like people like it when it's like a little bit softer than chewy. And I'm like, no, I need my udon noodles very, 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 very chewy, please. Gooby, you have. Xavier, you have. We have had spaghetti, raw spaghetti eaters. Sometimes you want to chew on something so you get one raw spaghetti, Glooby. Oh, I see, I see. And then it looks like you're one of those like bancho characters where they have like some long grass type thing in their mouth. What is that? Is that a trope? Anyway, my tonkatsu is delicious. That's all I gotta say. Oh yeah, and then here's Kirby. Here's some Kirby that they're giving out with the meal at Yoshinoya recently. They're doing like a Kirby collab. There's like 4 that I can get for the rest of the month. So I got 2 so far. But yeah, they're really cute. I got the ones where Kirby isn't like the normal face. I got the sleepy Kirby and then the surprise Kirby. It's about to drop the tea. Yeah, the very full Kirby is like really dense if you touch the figurine. Yoshinoya no Kirby ね。今のところ2つだけ食べて2つ集まってるけど、ちょっとさ、わしの集まるカービィ、お目目がパッチリじゃなくていつもとちょっと違うカービィなのが面白い。Tungsten Kirby will drown in water. It's like the rock Kirby. I love that the Kirby has like little rice bits on their mouth. They're so cute. But yeah, I believe they're gonna change it up like next month. They're gonna have different versions of like Kirby. I only have these because I realized I could get some like Kirby collab gyudon like around where I'm at. I wasn't even expecting these, but they're so cute. These are like 600 yen for the meal and for the figurine. What is that, like $4? Yeah, you can get full meals for less than $10 like a lot of places in Japan. Although more recently, I feel like ramen places are actually getting a little bit more expensive. I don't know if that's true. Or maybe it's just the ramen places I've been to. But yeah, Yoshinoya has like beef on top of rice. And then I think they also have like other stuff. What else do they have? They have like tsukimi don, which is like egg on top of stuff, because it's almost September. Wait, not because it's September. I think it's like the new moon, the big new moon. No, the big full moon. Yeah, it's the full moon season. And then they also have like crispy fried chicken. It's not the same type as like American chicken. It's like thighs cut up into little bits and then deep fried. They also have like veggies and stuff too. Yeah, I wasn't looking at their menu that closely. I was just like, Kirby. But yeah, the food is good. I recommend, I guess if you guys can't necessarily visit like now, it is, probably like one of the better times to hang out, just because financially it's probably easier on the wallet if you're in Japan. I guess the only thing is like you might have to think about transit, like the transit expenses, because like the way that it works in Japan is like the farther you go from one station, the more money it is. So it's not like in the US where you can just like go anywhere as long as you've paid for like one-time fee or whatever. They do have those like day pass kind of stuff, but if you want to like, take a lot of train rides and like bus rides everywhere, you might have to like save up for that. You might end up using more money just to like move around, around Japan more than like the food that you eat. But yeah, they have special tickets and stuff for people like that. I believe they have day tickets and week tickets and month tickets and stuff. I think you would have to look it up. Oh yeah, and then I have been studying or sewing, and this is the food that I have been blessed with by my teacher. It was so good. It was so good. They even have a little like herb garden. And they have little like basil growing and stuff. It's so cute. I think it was like pork bun, fried spring rolls, fried tofu and beef put together, and then the mozzarella cheese and tomato, like a lemon dressing, Italian dressing, something like that. It was really good. It was delicious. This is not a restaurant thing. これはわしの洋裁の先生が食べさせてくださったおいちいご飯。おいちいね。肉まんと揚げ春巻きとトマトとバジルとモッツァレラチーズの和え物と揚げ豆腐とお肉のお汁物。揚げ春巻き超うまかった。超カリカリで超うまかった。わしさ、揚げ物はさ、カリカリに限るっつって。だからね、なんかとんかつ乗ってるカツ丼もあるやん。でもカツ丼結構卵とじするところ多いからさ、嫌なんだよね。とんかつはカリカリのまま食べたいんじゃんっつって。まあとんかつの写真じゃないけど、これそう、とんかつはカリカリのままがいいから卵とじしたくない派。たまにはいいけどさ、なんかせっかく揚げてカリカリになったのに、どうしてそれをなんていうの、お腹の中でカリカリはなくなるから、どっちにしよう。どちらにせよ。だったらなんでカリカリのまま食べれないんだって。まあでも衣に白がついて美味しいっていうのはわかるんだけど、わしはどっちかっていうとカリカリのままが食べたい。うどんもそばもスパゲッティもアルデンテ固め派。もちもち派。そう、なんかね、最近食べたね、そばでね、超そばでさ、コシがあるそばってさ、初めてだったからさ、超嬉しくて。いつもそば食べないんだけど、コシのあるそばだってっつって、超美味しかった。Anyway, it's been like 3 hours. I am getting hungry. I mean, I don't know what it is. I'm still eepy, but I am also hungry. And that is not all the food that I have to share, but you know, I have other stuff I could share instead. Anyway, this is this is the thing that I'm working on. It has like 5 different coasters. And then, you know, you can see the examples. I'm pretty sure you don't have to use the red colors just for all of them. All the thread are the same length, basically. And then it's just like some of them have more thread than others just because of the nature of how much they need. But for the most part, I think you can just use whichever color for whatever you want. I'm just gonna go with what they show. Eat and nap. Yeah, anyway, if you'd like readings. What if I do a shorts with like one card? Wonder if that would be fun. We'll see. I am gonna go eat. I don't know who's online right now. I'm gonna go eat. I'm gonna eat food. Maybe take a nap. Okay, well. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh. Am I too big? Am I too big? Did I make my PC feel big? It looks like it's fine. It's fine. Anyway. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for listening to me rant about food. And also whatever, you know, whatever I was talking about. Thank you, Callus, for hanging out. I hope you're also enjoying food. Gooby, thank you for coming. Have a great rest of my day. Thank you. I will eat more good food. I will eat my egg sands. Xavier, thank you for coming. Okay, so if you... Thank you for watching till the end. This has been another show and tell stream. But a little bit more focused on food because why not food, right? Eat the sand. And then I guess I don't know what else to say. Yeah, so thank you for chatting with me if you did. Thank you, Gooby. Thank you, Xavier. Thank you, Callus. Thank you, Hitsu. Thank you, Otis. Thank you, Coulter. I think that's everyone. Did I get everyone? I didn't miss anyone? Okay. I don't have like the chat log right now, so I don't know who was here. If I miss anyone, I'm sorry. But yeah, if you were just lurking, thank you very much. If you are watching this as a video, thank you very much. I hope you are having a fun time with whatever I said. Whatever, maybe you're doing something else. Oh wait, Boodles, I hope your commissions are going well. Yeah, thank you for hanging out. And then yeah, if you'd like to watch more videos like this, check out my YouTube channel if you aren't already there. And then if you want to watch me rant about things that I'm interested in, including like self-reflection and my lore, check out my second YouTube channel. Link is in my profile, probably. Yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, and I will find a raid target, so if you'd like to join me, my raid message is you've been raided. If I don't see you there, no worries. Maybe I will see you in the next streamer video. This was Sylvain Gintsugi and Oni wearing a fox mask. I will talk to you guys soon. I hope you all have a fun time with whatever you're doing. I hope you love yourself. I hope you let yourself know that you are doing the best that you can. Whatever it is that you're doing, it doesn't matter if you're sleeping, it doesn't matter if you're eating, it doesn't matter if you're working, you are doing your best. Yeah. I think that's about it. I will end in Japanese and then we will get going. それでは最後までご視聴ありがとうございます。チャットしてくださった方、ピーマンさんありがとうございます。今回はまあご飯のお話が多かったね。英語でさ、日本のご飯の説明するのちょっと難しいかもしれないひじきとかさ、海藻、そう、とろろとかさ、あんまり言わないじゃん。でも美味しいご飯は大好きだから、お腹空いてきたからそう何か食べようかな。とりあえずね、ミルセンで来てくださってる方もありがとうございます。アーカイブを見てくださってる方もありがとうございます。このような動画を見たい方はね、もう YouTube にすでにいないのならチャンネル、うちのメインチャンネル見に来てください。あと2つ目のねサブチャンネルがあるんですが、そちらはわし九尾の鬼銀継ぎシルベンが考えていることとか、うちしおの話とか世界観とか、占いの動画もやっていきたいかなって思ってるんですが、そういうの興味あったらね、そちらもご覧いただけると嬉しいです。はい、それじゃあこの後レイドを始めようと思うので、一緒に来てくださる方は少々お待ちを。そうでない方はまた次の配信か動画でお会いしましょう。九尾の鬼の銀継ぎシルベンでした。それでは、よし、ご飯食べて眠い食べてないけど眠い。食べてないのに眠いのに、食べたら余計眠くなるかな。まあいいか。じゃあね、刺し子このまま続けて、なんかそのうち写真アップロードするかもしれないから、よかったら見てください。そう、占いのチャンネルポイントのやつもね、復活したからね、もし次回でもその次でも、興味あったらね、わしのオラクルカードで読んじゃうからねよかったらどうぞ。それではごきげんよう、ベンでした。お大事に。台風とかね、気をつけてお過ごしください。風とかね、雷とかね、なんかあるそうなので、ね、はいバイバーイ。バイバーイ。バイバーイ。 バイバイ。バイバイ。